When I was a research assistant in the exercise science department at BYU, I helped with the foot and ankle research group. Over the course of my undergraduate studies, I learned several things about footwear, taking care of your feet, and how to tolerate the smell of sweaty sock. We actually had to deal with that a lot. During my Doctor of Physical Therapy training, I got the added benefit of learning how to apply the research to real-life patients who are asking questions like, what kind of shoes should I wear? Today, I'm going over the best shoes to wear if you are 65 and older. But first, if we haven't met, my name is Joe Sidaway. I'm actually a doctor of physical therapy, and I help older adults live their best years on their own terms. So let's dive right in. Over the centuries, footwear has changed quite a bit. We've seen, of course, varied styles of shoes, but also in how much cushion we have or the construction of our shoe. Think about the Native American soft moccasin or simple leather boot versus one of the modern Hoka running shoes, where we are talking about inches of foam added to those bad boys. So is wearing more cushion always better? When going through school, I learned about the importance of sensation in relation to maintaining your balance. See, you and I have three main systems to keep our balance. We use vision, our skin sensation on the bottom of our feet, and proprioception. That last one, proprioception, is the ability to feel where your joints are in space. That is why you can close your eyes and touch your nose and still land right on target. You have sort of a map of where each part of your body is at any given time. So when looking at the thick, fluffy, cushiony shoes, I always go back to how important it is to have full access to the sensation on your skin and that ability to feel where your joints are. When you put on those shoes that have a very thick sole, you lose some of that feedback that comes from the ground. So that is why I recommend choosing the shoe that is, number one, the thinnest sole you can tolerate, and two, that is also the most comfortable. See, we have to balance both of these requirements. I'm not saying go around and walk barefoot cold turkey if you've always worn soft and thick shoes, but your feet can actually adapt and get stronger over time if we slowly reduce the thickness of the sole. I've done this for the past 3 years. I wore soft fluffy shoes because I had knee pain. I quickly realized that the soft shoes were not going to be best long term, and so I've gone less and less and less thickness on my soles. You're probably saying, but Joe, you're young. It's totally different after 55. And I understand what you're saying. And that's why I wanted to share with you a recent publication which introduced minimalist shoes, so a very thin sole, to a group of 65 and older adults. Let's take a look at what they found. They took 16 weeks and had them slowly increase the amount of time the participants wore these shoes. For frame of reference, it started at roughly 30 minutes total in a day and progressively increased around to about 7 or 8 hours a day by the end of that 16 week. One thing they found is that a large part of the group reported feeling like their balance and their sensation in their feet improved, along with no increase in pain. And I cannot overemphasize that this was a slow and steady progression of wearing these minimalist shoes. You can't expect your feet to adjust in just 1 week. They took 16 weeks, mind you, to get all the way up to that 8-hour wearing every day. But I find that where so many people are going to soft and comfy shoes because it makes them feel good in the moment, we are sacrificing our foot awareness. And as you age, that could increase your chances of falling. So to sum it all up, I recommend going to the thinnest sole that you can feel comfortable in and try out wearing some minimalist shoes. If you want to take a look at the schedule they had for wearing the shoes and the kind of shoe that they wore, you can click on that and look at the publication. I hope that you find this helpful and go out there and just try integrating some minimalist shoes into your daily life. And as always, thanks so much for watching.